Today, we'll discuss about the parasympathetic nervous system. That as we have completed the sympathetic nervous system earlier, now we are moving with the parasympathetic nervous system. So any autonomous nervous system, either sympathetic or parasympathetic, the basics to be remembered over there are three. One is ganglia, that is either sympathetic and parasympathetic. Now we are talking about parasympathetic ganglia means we need to locate the ganglia first of all. Then after the nerve fibers from this particular ganglia who are going to the body parts can be termed as post-ganglionic nerve fibers. That we need to make it standardized. Those nerve fibers who are innervating the body parts, we need to standardize it as post-ganglionic nerve fibers. Okay. The nerve fibers which are coming from the brain or spinal cord towards the ganglia can be termed as preganglionic nerve fiber. That means what I am saying, if if a word comes preganglionic nerve fiber, okay, it is coming from the brain or spinal cord. If a word comes postganglionic nerve fiber, okay, it's going to the body part. That means how to read the diagram we are learning here. How to read that particular diagram. What's that sympathetic and parasympathetic diagram? Okay, so how to read that particular diagram? So any angle, any dimension, that particular diagram which I am showing to you, actually this much detail you may not find in our state textbook here, but wherever we see, if you remember that those are arising from brain or spinal cord, that is preganglionic nerve fiber. Those are innervating the body part, they are called postganglionic nerve fiber. That if you remember like that, that it will become everything easy to you. Everything it will become easy to you. So okay, then let's move. Let's move to the sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system. That we have completed the sympathetic nervous system. That's why we are moving now to the body parts. So let's try to recognize that particular issues here in the image which we are seeing. Shall we go for little bit zoom in this area? I am zooming. Here there is a sympathetic chain that we have seen yesterday. Now the time for parasympathetic one. So we should locate it first of all. Let us locate the parasympathetic nervous system. Where it is, we locate and then we go. Have you seen this in the diagram itself? The dot, whatever shown, they said it as ganglia and the color they use. Preganglionic nerve fiber and postganglionic nerve fiber. For sympathetic nervous system, they use dotted lines, and for the parasympathetic nervous system, they use a straight line. Okay, okay. I'll make you to. I'll locate for you. No matter. No matter. So let me locate. This is the area. So as usual, we locate first ganglion. Ganglion. We locate the first ganglion. So three items we have to take, like the nervous system. Have you seen this? This is ciliary ganglion. And you can see one more, pterygopalatine ganglion. Ciliary ganglion, pterygopalatine ganglion, and submandibular ganglion. This one and this one. Then where you see the other ganglion, there is one more, otic ganglion. Okay, so these are all said to be the parasympathetic nerve ganglia. Okay, so in the ganglia point of view, ciliary ganglion is there, pterygopalatine ganglion is there, submandibular ganglion, otic ganglion. Okay, so for their particular those ganglia, for them, let us try to locate their preganglionic nerve fiber. So where I have to go towards the right side or towards the left side? I am asking you. Any one of you can answer. So towards the right side or left side? Okay, I'll make it left and right here. This is my right. This is the left side. So for preganglionic nerve fiber, where should I go? I am giving norms to you. From my side, I am giving the norms. I am asking you that where should I go? Towards the right side or towards the left side? Yes, think all of you are listening. I am asking the question. I'll ask again. To go for preganglionic nerve fiber, where should I go? Towards R or towards L?
Left.
Yes. Someone are saying my audio is not supporting. I think so. Okay, message. You message. Okay. Yeah, towards the left side. Preganglionic nerve fiber. That means I have to go back at least one answer. That means I have to go back. I'll show you once again. This is little typical complex area. That's why the thing will come definitely confusing. So let me remember only 3 points. You need to remember only 3 points. There is a ganglia. We located actually already. That those who are coming for the preganglionic nerve fiber. Preganglionic nerve fiber means you should go from brain or spinal cord. Postganglionic nerve fiber, which means who is going to the body part. You should understand like that. The preganglionic nerve fiber means brain or spinal cord. Postganglionic nerve fiber means we need to go for body. Postganglionic nerve fiber, body. You see here. So this is what is this? I am labeling. I am labeling. Here it is. Okay, you got confused here itself. This is the brain. I am writing here. This is brain. Okay, that is brain. I can't write properly, but that is brain. Okay, now you say that third cranial nerve. Here it is, which we are showing. This is third cranial nerve. Here it is. You see this. This is third cranial nerve. This is 7 and 9, 10 cranial nerves. Yeah, that's the 3, 7, 9, 10 cranial nerves. So that is brain. And this one is going to the body parts, isn't it? This is going to the body. Let me write. Here it is. Shall we use another color for this? The green one. Yeah, the green one is going to the body part. Okay, so this is ganglia. This is ganglia. The box I shown that is ganglia. Okay, so you see the red one is coming from the brain. From which part means third cranial nerve it is coming. Okay, the green one is going to eye. So now you can say, I think, what is the basic I asked you to remember? Those who are coming from the brain, they are called as brain or spinal cord. Here in this case, brain. What do you say them as? Preganglionic nerve fiber. Those are going to the body part. What do you say it as? Green one. The postganglionic nerve fiber. Okay. So, so I think you able to answer now. The red one. Who is the? What is the red one?
Preganglionic nerve.
Yes, very good. Preganglionic nerve fiber. So that means, can we say like this? The parasympathetic preganglionic nerve fibers are connected to brain. Which part of the brain? To which part of the brain they are connecting?
Third, seventh, ninth, tenth
3,
cranial.
7, 9, 10 cranial nerve. So that means we recognize the ganglia first of all. We recognize the ganglia. What are the ganglia? Ciliary ganglion, pterygopalatine ganglion, submandibular ganglion, otic ganglion. These are all the ganglia. Okay. So now what you can say about the preganglionic nerve fiber? The preganglionic nerve fibers of the parasympathetic nervous system are connected to 3, 7, 9, 10 cranial nerves. 3, 7, 9, 10 cranial nerves. Okay, so let me write here it as brain. Then 3, 7, 9, 10 cranial nerves. So that's it. Next, we need to locate more paraganglia, parasympathetic nervous systems here. I think I should arise. I think I should arise. Okay, so we have some limitations today. My iPad is not charged much. So that's why I have to go with my mobile. Okay, shifted out. Now I am trying to locate one more area for you. That is the parasympathetic ganglion itself again. Parasympathetic ganglion. So here we have pelvic nerve. That something is written there. Pelvic nerve. Let me locate that ganglia first of all. We don't have a specific name for that ganglia. We don't have the specific name. This is the ganglia. Okay, so their preganglionic nerve fiber means we need to look towards like this. This one. Their preganglionic nerve fiber are connected to S2, S3, S4, sacral spinal nerve. Preganglionic nerve fibers are connected to S2, S3, S4, sacral nerves. Okay, and now I'm writing here. Let me write notes for this. We'll take notes. So first of all, we'll discuss about the ganglia which we learned. That I'm putting the heading parasympathetic nervous system. This is parasympathetic nervous system. In the parasympathetic nervous system, that we separated this particular area into three categories. Number one, about ganglia. Number one, we discussed about ganglia. Okay. So then in this ganglia, in this ganglia, the preganglionic, postganglionic nerve fiber, like that we need to go for. So first of all, we discuss about the ganglia. As I shown to you the ganglia earlier to you, ciliary ganglion, that I will show you once again. Let's go there. Let's go there. Let us locate them, and then after we'll write. So where there is a ganglia here, parasympathetic nerve ganglia, ciliary ganglion, pterygopalatine ganglion, submandibular ganglion, otic ganglion, and the ganglion at pelvic region. We don't have specific name for that ganglion. So that's why we name it as ganglion at pelvic region, this junction. Ganglion at pelvic region. Okay. So let me write this. Let me write this for you. I'm going for the whiteboard. Okay, so about ganglia. So what we'll write about the ganglia? That ciliary ganglia, pterygopalatine ganglion, pterygopalatine ganglion. Oh my God. Submandibular ganglion and otic ganglion. Pterygopalatine, submandibular, and otic ganglion. Okay, so let me correct the spell here. Ciliary, pterygopalatine, submandibular, and otic ganglion. Okay, so then along with that, we are seeing down at pelvic region one more ganglion, that the pelvic ganglion. I'm giving the name for that also, pelvic ganglion. Ciliary, pterygopalatine, submandibular, and otic ganglion that we are seeing about the ganglion. Next, we need to write about the preganglionic nerve fiber. Preganglionic nerve fiber. So first of all, let us locate them in the diagram. Then after we'll come back and we'll go with notes. So let me go for the diagram. So have you seen that the ciliary, pterygopalatine, submandibular, otic ganglion, they are connected to the 3, 7, 9, 10 cranial nerves. Okay. Next, the ganglion at the pelvic region are connected to the S2, S3, S4. Sacral spinal nerves. They are connected to the sacral spinal nerves. So with that, we write in the form of the pregan that the based on these will write that parasympathetic nervous system. Parasympathetic nervous system is considered as is considered as craniosacral outflow. Is considered as craniosacral outflow. So why the parasympathetic nervous system is considered as craniosacral outflow? Why? Why? Because the preganglionic nerve fiber, this is the reason actually, that this is the reason, that this is assertion, that we'll write it as assertion. And for that assertion, what is the reason we are giving? The preganglionic nerve fiber, the preganglionic nerve fiber of parasympathetic nervous system, the preganglionic nerve fibers of the parasympathetic nervous system are arising from, let me write, our parasympathetic nervous system are arising from brain, in bracket I am writing brain, which part of the brain? 3, 7, 9, 10 cranial nerves and spinal cord. Which part of the spinal cord? Sacral region. Sacral region. In bracket, I'll write S2, S3, and S4. S2, S3, and S4. Sacral region of spinal cord. Okay. So this is the information about the preganglionic nerve fiber. First, we wrote like parasympathetic nervous system is considered as craniosacral outflow. Parasympathetic assertion will make it assertion, that this is assertion. Okay, so assertion. Parasympathetic nervous system is considered as craniosacral outflow. Why? Why we said like that? The preganglionic nerve fibers of the parasympathetic nervous system are arising from 3, 7, 9, 10 cranial nerves of the brain and S2, S3, S4 sacral region of the spinal cord. Hence, we call it as that the parasympathetic nervous system is considered as craniosacral outflow. Okay. Now, let me continue. We need to discuss about the postganglionic nerve fibers, isn't it? The third item in parasympathetic nervous system is about postganglionic nerve fibers. Postganglionic nerve fibers. So, about the postganglionic nerve fibers, when we come for the postganglionic nerve fibers, we should discuss like this, where they are going, to which body part they are going. Let us locate first of all, then after we'll come back and we'll write the notes. The postganglionic nerve fiber, let me show you here. Ciliary ganglion. The postganglionic nerve fibers of the ciliary ganglion goes to, I am asking question, you can answer. The postganglionic nerve fibers of the ciliary ganglion goes to, you are just answer, don't type all the things. It is difficult to see that chart. Yes?
I.
Very good. That pterygopalatine ganglion, postganglionic nerve fibers of the pterygopalatine ganglion goes to
Lacrimal.
lacrimal
Gland.
gland. Then the postganglionic nerve fibers of the submandibular gland goes to
Salivary glands.
salivary glands. Very good. Good voice. Need that much raised voice I want. Okay, otic ganglion. The postganglionic nerve fibers of the otic ganglion goes to
Salivary gland.
yeah, this is the otic ganglion. This is the postganglionic nerve fiber. Yeah, again salivary gland. No,
Salivary.
we have
Salivary.
three types of salivary glands we have. We don't have specific name. Parotid, submaxillary, sublingual, isn't it? Then next, here it is. Here it is. This is the junction. This is the nerve fiber. Actually, this is the nerve ganglia, parasympathetic nerve ganglia. The parasympathetic nerve ganglia. There is no specific name for this. When we are addressing, we should address like this. The parasympathetic nerve ganglia whose preganglionic nerve fibers are connected to the parasympathetic nerve ganglia whose preganglionic nerve fibers are connected to the 10th cranial nerve, this one. This is the junction for ganglia. So I am making this as ganglia. Okay. The parasympathetic nerve ganglia, the nerve ganglia, whose preganglionic nerve fibers which are connected to the 10th cranial nerve, their postganglionic nerve fiber goes to, here it is, the bigger one, you see, where they are going. They are going to
Bronchi
the
and
lung. And 10th nerve means that is vagus nerve actually. So where they are going to the lungs, they are going to the heart, liver, pancreas, then everything, stomach, intestine, that till we don't have actually specific names, body parts in our textbook. Just for remember, in some modal diagrams, modal words are given, but you can see exactly in the given diagram. This is the diagram taken from medical physiology book. I should not name that book. That is a copyright problem. That postganglionic, small intestine, large intestine, till large intestine, we can see there, except rectum and colon, rectum and anus, that 10th vagus nerve is managing everything. And after that, this postganglionic nerve fibers which are connected to the postganglionic nerve fibers of the pelvic region goes to that colon, rectum, anus. Colon, rectum, anus. So that is about the issue of postganglionic nerve fiber. Let me write. Let me write postganglionic nerve fiber. So the postganglionic nerve fiber. Simply you have to remember they are going to the body part. That's all. Just postganglionic nerve fibers arising from ciliary and pterygopalatine, submandibular, otic ganglion, the postganglionic nerve fiber arising from ciliary, pterygopalatine, submandibular, and otic ganglion, and otherwise we have to put ganglia plural, ganglion singular, and otic ganglion goes to will write some body parts like eye, lacrimal glands, then salivary glands, likewise, will write some body parts. Okay, that's to understand the postganglionic nerve fiber. The postganglionic nerve fibers of parasympathetic ganglia, who is connected to the vagus nerve. That means 10th cranial nerve, because there is no specific name for that ganglia. So the postganglionic nerve fibers of the parasympathetic nerve ganglia, who is connected with the vagus, 10th cranial nerve is called vagus nerve. That I'll write in bracket. That is vagus nerve. With their preganglionic nerve fiber, goes to which body parts? Everything, heart, lungs, and the stomach, intestine, everything, diaphragm, stomach, intestine, small intestine. Small intestine means we should write everything. Duodenum, jejunum, ileum, so where that goes, and large intestine. Large intestine means not total, that except that colon and rectum. So I am writing generalized. Large intestine it is. Okay. Next, postganglionic nerve fibers, which are arising from, I am giving name, arising from pelvic ganglion. Pelvic ganglion means parasympathetic nervous system, which are arising from the pelvic ganglion of parasympathetic, who is connected. Okay, okay. Why we should confuse more? The postganglion nerve fiber which are arising from the pelvic ganglia of parasympathetic nervous system goes to the cecum, urinary bladder, colon, rectum. So no need to write all the body parts: cecum, colon, and rectum, then anus. It is three different statements. This much that simplicity you don't find in the textbook here. I made the total parasympathetic nervous system into three parts. One is the recognizing ganglia. You do one thing when you are reading, even you need to be conscious about what I am reading about what. Either I am reading about the ganglia, or either I am reading about the preganglionic nerve fiber, or either I am reading about the postganglionic nerve fiber. So you should have that consciousness here. If you have that consciousness, you can understand in the textbook also. The only basic that to understand the textbook also, that the theoretical representation, that whatever the theoretical issue present there, for that theory, we need to connect with the diagram, whether we are able to recognize that in the diagram or not. That is very, very important. Recognizing that is very important for us. And you people need to have the consciousness that to whom about I am reading, about the ganglia or about the preganglionic nerve fiber and about the postganglionic nerve fiber. That consciousness you need to have. And the one more thing, that when reading this particular, how to recognize that is preganglionic or that is postganglionic? Simple. If in the theory, when they are saying which is coming from the brain or which is coming from the spinal cord, when they are saying like that, yeah, we can understand that is preganglionic nerve fiber. Okay, that who is going to the body part, that we can understand that is postganglionic nerve fiber. So without knowing these basics, you can't enter into the textbook and you can't read it and understand. You can't understand a single sentence there. So that much complexity we have in the textbook. Okay. So we'll read the textbook also. First of all, let me complete this. So this is the total parasympathetic nervous system. The total issues about the parasympathetic nervous system. Then if you have any doubts,
Near to the brain.
this is ciliary ganglia. You see here, I am asking again the ciliary ganglia. The ganglion is near to the body part. The visible body part is eye. The ganglion is near to the brain.
Body part.
Body part.
Yeah, the ganglion is near to the body part. So you may already recognize that that preganglionic nerve fiber and postganglionic nerve fiber, you are able to recognize. I think so. That's why I'm not marking, but I am asking directly. Who is longer, preganglionic nerve fiber or postganglionic nerve fiber?
Preganglionic nerve.
Yes, very good. This is the preganglionic. Now I am marking after your answer. So this is the preganglionic nerve fiber. Preganglionic nerve fiber is longer, isn't it? And postganglionic nerve fiber, I am using green to mark this. That is shorter. Can you give the reason why the preganglionic nerve fibers of the parasympathetic nervous system are longer and postganglionic nerve fibers are shorter? If it is assertion, what will be the reason? Listen carefully. Those who are going for MSET, these assertion reasons are very important. No much importance in the need, but MSET వాళ్ళకి మాత్రం ఇది చాలా important. The preganglionic nerve fiber, red one, red color, whatever I shown you is red color. The preganglionic nerve fiber of the parasympathetic nervous system are longer. The postganglionic nerve fibers are shorter. Assertion. Reason ఏమై ఉంటుంది? What will be the reason? I am out. I am out from here. I am going with the notes. I am writing. Think about that. Before I complete the assertion, I am writing assertion is the preganglionic nerve fibers of Think about this. You may answer by chart or you may answer by unmuting your preganglionic nerve fibers of the parasympathetic It is much difficult here typing while saying. Okay, no matter. The preganglionic nerve fibers of the parasympathetic nervous system are longer and postganglionic nerve fibers are shorter. Postganglionic nerve fibers are shorter. Okay. The preganglionic nerve fibers of the parasympathetic nervous system are longer and postganglionic nerve fibers are short. So what will be the reason for this? Any one of you can give the reason for this? Parasympathetic nerve ganglia are located, parasympathetic ganglia are located nearer to the body parts, near to the body parts. That's why, that let me say and let me go back again there. Parasympathetic nerve ganglia are located near the body part. When parasympathetic nerve ganglia are located near the body part, what happens? It is near to the body part. That's why their preganglionic nerve fibers are longer and their postganglionic nerve fibers will be short. Okay. In the same way, I have to make the two more assertion reasons here, that this is about the sympathetic nervous system. Yes, where is the trunk ganglia? This is the chain. You see, that I'm giving first chance to you. Here, preganglionic nerve fiber and these dotted lines are postganglionic nerve fiber. Who is longer, preganglionic nerve fiber or postganglionic nerve fiber?
Postganglionic nerve.
Yeah, postganglionic nerve fibers are longer or shorter?
Longer.
Very good, Bharat, very good. Okay, preganglionic nerve fiber,
Shorter.
shorter. Okay, very good. Then what these are? These are the sympathetic chain of ganglia, isn't it? The trunk ganglia. So we got information. Now we'll make our assertion reason. We'll make our assertion reason here. Let me change the color. I'll take blue this time. Oh, so I am writing assertion reason for that. I am writing assertion reason. Green, assertion reason. First assertion. Sympathetic chain. Okay, okay. So the preganglionic nerve fibers of sympathetic chain. Sympathetic chain or trunk. The preganglionic nerve fibers of sympathetic chain or trunk ganglia. You can support me, like feel like in classroom. Preganglionic nerve fibers of the sympathetic chain or trunk ganglia are shorter or longer, you can say, are shorter, and postganglionic nerve fibers are
Longer.
longer. Postganglionic nerve fibers are longer. The preganglionic nerve fibers of the sympathetic chain or trunk ganglia are shorter. Postganglionic nerve fibers are longer. Then further, what reason will frame? Location of the trunk ganglia we have to give. So that the sympathetic chain or trunk ganglia are located, sympathetic chain or trunk ganglia are located you can support me, are located at nearer to the body parts or nearer to the spinal cord, giving two options to you.
Spinal cord.
Yeah, very good. Nearer to the spinal cord. That means if you are supporting me, if you are answering me, I can understand you are listening. That sympathetic chain or trunk ganglia are located nearer to the spinal cord. Let's see back again. We'll go there and we'll see. We need to be much careful in this area. This is the trunk ganglia or chain ganglia. This is spinal cord. So this is the spinal cord. So let me show you. This is the spinal cord. Okay, so I'm taking one green color. Let me take black. So this is the spinal cord. Okay, so these are the trunk ganglia or chain ganglia. So that means location is going to be like this. The green box is trunk ganglia. They are located near to the spinal cord. So this is, you see here, that longer postganglionic nerve fibers which are going to the body part. Actually, when it comes to the collateral ganglia like celiac, superior mesenteric and inferior mesenteric, you see they are nearer to the body part actually. Compare with it. This diagram is not supporting much, but they are nearer to the body part. Okay, so then up to what do you say? The preganglionic nerve fibers are longer and postganglionic nerve fibers are shorter. That only given in the textbook actually. So I'll write and I conclude that with that assertion reason. I'll conclude today that my God, color. Yes, assertion. The preganglionic nerve fibers are we are talking exclusive about the collateral ganglia. The preganglionic nerve fibers are collateral ganglia. Let me write who are collateral ganglia in bracket. Collateral ganglia. The preganglionic nerve fibers are collateral ganglia like celiac, superior mesenteric, and inferior mesenteric. These three are said to be the collateral ganglia. The preganglionic nerve fibers of the collateral ganglia, like superior mesenteric and inferior mesenteric and cilia, are longer, and postganglionic nerve fibers are short. Postganglionic nerve fibers are short. Okay. Then what will be the reason for this? Reason for this particular. The reason is going to be the collateral ganglia. Collateral ganglia are located, these collateral ganglia are located, oh my God, nearer to the, nearer to the,
Body part.
to the body part or to the spinal cord. You see that, read the statement again. Preganglionic nerve fibers of the collateral ganglia are longer and postganglionic nerve fibers are shorter. So your answer is correct. They are nearer to the body part. We should understand. So that's it. This is the three assertion reasons that the preganglionic nerve fibers of the collateral ganglia, that celiac, superior mesenteric and inferior mesenteric are longer and postganglionic nerve fibers are shorter. Variation we have in sympathetic nervous system. Trunk ganglia are nearer to the spinal cord. Collateral ganglia are nearer to the body part. That's the variation actually. That need to practice. Need to practice. That means by looking toward the diagram, you need to practice all these issues. Then only we'll be able to complete that particular area. Okay, this is all about sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system. And